got to talk about Sri Thanedar because, yeah, his own party is rallying against him. I mean, and I'll get into why I think it is later on in the video, but it's quite interesting because his own party, Democrat Sri Thanedar, who is trying to impeach Uncle Trump, his own party is rallying against him right now, including trying to primary him. Yeah, I mean, it's getting wild out here. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of it, I want to get into this video from Michigan Enjoyer. He actually runs into Sri Thanedar and kind of trolls him a little bit, and it's pretty hilarious. So with that being said, let's dive in.
You're getting nailed with this one. The beagles. You abandoned the beagles, left them to die in their cages at your pharmaceutical testing.
See, look, I love animals.
Yes, he does. He loves beagles to death. And if there's anything in life that Detroit Congressman Sri Thanedar loves more than beagles, it's impeaching Donald J. Trump.
You want to impeach Trump again, and why is that? Is third time's the charm?
Well, look, he has done unconstitutional activities, broken the law.
Give me a list.
Well, look, he has deported people that without due process.
You mean Obregon Garcia?
Yes, he has.
He did get his process, though. He got adjudicated to be deported.
Yeah, well, look, the Supreme Court asked him in a 9-0 decision to facilitate bringing Mr. Garcia back.
Okay.
And he refused to do that.
What if we brought Garcia to Guantanamo? Would that satisfy you?
Well, look, so he defied Supreme Court orders.
Is this a fundraising stunt? Your campaign owes you $11 million. Why not just forgive the loan? Are you not worth the money?
I always forgive the loan. That's what happened when I ran for governor, and not a penny of my loan was paid by the campaign, and I forgave it. And that's what it will end up happening.
It will end up happening.
Yeah, because
still on the books, though.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah.
A little trivia. Where is the Hitsville Museum?
Which museum?
Hitsville.
I don't know.
What are the 5 Grosse Points cities?
Well, look, I'm not here to answer a quiz. I'm here to say that I'm going to fight for the people of Detroit. I'm going to fight for my constituents.
And Grosse Pointe.
And all of the Grosse
Taylor.
Points and all of Taylor and every every part of the 13th district.
Okay, I'm just do this real quick. Grosse Pointe Park, Grosse Pointe Woods, Grosse Pointe Farms, and Grosse Pointe Shores. Okay.
That's right.
You know, on your campaign filings, it says occupation. Yours says United States government. Aren't you employed by the people of the United States?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you fix that one. Okay, and finally, you're getting nailed with this one. The beagles. You abandoned the beagles, left them to die in their cages at your pharmaceutical
I love
testing.
animals. See, look, I love animals. My family loves animals. We have raised a beagle, a Shiva. Those are all, attacks, political attacks on me. I love animals.
Is there an explanation real quick?
I have been awarded by the Humane Society. They've given me 2 awards as the best legislator in protecting animal rights. So my record is good.
We believe that they have never been outside ever.
I don't think that they've actually had their paws on the grass.
Yeah, I don't know what all the problem is with it anyway, because those beagles were going to die because they're getting tested anyway, so.
Look, I love animals. Thank you.
Vegetarian?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. This is good. A couple of the co-sponsors pulled their name off of the impeachment papers. Why is that?
Well, they have a right to do that.
Of course they do. Why'd they do it?
I don't know. You have to ask them.
See you. Thank you. It's Congressman Sri Thanedar, the 13th Congressional District, here at the town hall meeting on the Trump impeachment process. Sure to be a barn burner here on this Mother's Day weekend. Let's go inside, shall we?
Shout out to Michigan Enjoyer. Absolutely hilarious. He doesn't even know his own district. You can't make this stuff up. He doesn't even know his own district. Incredible stuff, man. Incredible stuff. But let's dive into the meat and potatoes of this. All right. Hope y'all got a good laugh out of that.
This is the dumbest effing thing. A waste of effing time. House Democrats are less than thrilled with Congressman Sri Thanedar, who's forcing the House of Representatives to vote on impeaching President Trump. In this video, we're going to explain the entire situation. Congressman Thanedar introduced 7 articles of impeachment against President Trump, accusing him of obstructing justice, abuse of power, bribery, and corruption. On Tuesday, Thanedar brought the articles to the House floor as a privileged resolution, which must be voted on within 2 days in accordance with the House rules. Thanedar knows his Democratic colleagues don't want him to do this, but he's doing it anyway.
I have a lot of pressure to not do this. I have a lot of pressure to go away. Don't show up for this vote. I have a lot of pressure from all sides. But we cannot back down.
House Democratic leadership says they'll vote to table the resolution, which is the official way of setting it aside and taking no further action. It's unclear exactly how many of their Democratic colleagues will join them, but their votes, combined with all House Republicans, will bring Thanedar's effort to a swift end.
We shouldn't be talking about this proposal that is not ripe, and not timely. Impeachment is a tool that can be used, but it takes weeks and months to do.
Thanedar is very aware of the fact that he's not popular.
Some Democrats have called me lunatic, just like the president has called me lunatic. But they have never said, nobody has said to me, Mr. Thanedar, the 7 articles of impeachment that you presented to the U.S. Congress, they're piece of shit. They're not good.
Some House Democrats are accusing Thanedar of using his impeachment effort to help with his re-election campaign. He already has 2 challengers in the Democratic primary. Progressive Squad member Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is backing one of those challengers and says Thanedar has a poorly run constituent services operation.
There's a Democrat moving forward with this resolution to impeach President Trump as well.
Yeah, and that resolution doesn't look like it has the buy-in even from his fellow Democrats. So this member of Congress has put this resolution on the floor. He's a House Democrat, Sri Thanedar. He has put it on the floor. It will be tabled most likely in a vote tonight because Democratic leadership have signaled that they will join Republicans, and Democratic members of the House will as well, to table this motion to impeach President Trump. It doesn't have the support of House Democratic leadership, but it is a resolution that this individual member says is a long time coming, and frankly, he promises to continue to bring it up over and over and over again based on what he says are the objections he has with this administration and President Trump. But again, House Leader Hakeem Jeffries of the Democrats, as well as other House members of Democratic leadership, not in support of this effort, very much likely to fail tonight on the floor.
So, people in his own party are saying they're going to go against him. And, of course, he's out here saying, well, I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. Well, is it really? Because we have this. House Democrat withdraws Trump impeachment bill that angered party leaders. Minutes before the House was scheduled for floor votes, Democratic Rep. Sri Thanedar announced he would not force a vote to impeach President Donald Trump as he planned. Thanedar's effort had angered not only Republicans, but also Democratic leaders who said they would work with Republicans to kill his bill. Thanedar said he was holding off on his bill, claiming he wanted to add to his impeachment articles to include Trump's plan to accept a Boeing 747 from Qatar as a gift. So yeah, here is some of his quote. Let me take that off the screen too. In 15 days since I filed 7 articles of impeachment against President Trump, he has committed more impeachable offenses. After talking with many colleagues, I have decided not to force a vote on impeachment today, Rep. Thanedar wrote on X. Instead, I will add to my articles of impeachment and continue to rally the support of both Democrats and Republicans to defend the Constitution with me. Yeah. House GOP leaders plan to introduce a motion to table the legislation and kill it before Thanedar's announcement. And House Democratic Caucus Chair Pete Aguilar said leaders from his party would join them. The first time this year that we've gotten Democrats and Republicans to actually work together, Democrats to work with Republicans. Interesting. And it's against the Democrat. But I think it's for a very good reason, and obviously a selfish reason on the Democrats' part, which, I mean, I get it. If you're trying to win, I understand. And this is also, in my opinion, a major problem in the Republican Party. And I think the only way to address it is by getting more conservatives out to vote and to vote out the rhinos. I think the only reason why Democrats are doing this is because they understand that if you continue to attack Trump, it's not going to turn out well. Because that's when conservatives, that's when MAGA, that's when everybody who voted for Trump gets excited, and that's when everybody shows up, right? Not just the few who are dedicated, but that's when everybody shows up and they know they can't fight against it. We just watched it. We just watched it in 2024, November 5th. We just watched it happen. And so they know that's going to repeat itself all over again. And so that's why I think they're completely against it. Hey, let's not attack Trump right now. We could say these things, but let's not actually do anything or attempt to do anything to him because we're going to rile up the base. But I also think that's one of our major problems as well. When Trump isn't on the ballot, for the most part, and I'm just going to be quite honest, we don't show up. And that's a problem. And I get why we by and large don't show up. It's because we still have rhinos in the party. But that's also the reason why we should continue to show up in massive numbers. Because just imagine if the entire party was filled with individuals who may not necessarily completely agree with Trump, but had the same type of mindset as Trump, who had the same mindset as a Trump or a Matt Gaetz, right? People who are there to shake it up and get it right. Forget the uniparty, forget the establishment. They can all kick rocks and dip out, Just imagine if we had an entire Republican Party that was like that in Washington. It would be absolutely amazing, right? But that obviously means we got to show up, and we have to figure out how to get people excited to show up, even when Trump isn't necessarily on the ballot. I mean, technically, he kind of is, because if we allow Democrats to take back over the House, well, there's Trump's agenda right out the window. He's just a lame duck at this point. He's not going to be able to pass anything. Sure, he might be able to sign some executive orders, but as soon as he leaves office, those are cooked unless we elect another Republican, right? Which I fully expect us to do, but still. I don't know, man. What do you guys think we could possibly do to get people excited to show up in the midterms, right? In these small elections, in the meantime, in between time, in between, presidential elections. How do we get conservatives to show up? Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested to hear it. But thanks for tuning in as always. Peace and love. I'm out.